Hey everybody, it's November 28th, 2023. My name is Reagan Parrington, and I am documenting the collapse of modern civilization through the lens of abrupt and irreversible climate change. So these are just a few headlines I came across that I forgot to mention or didn't cover in the past few weeks. World's largest iceberg breaks free, published on November 24th. The world's largest iceberg is on the move for the first time in more than 3 decades, scientists said Friday. Almost 1,500 square miles. The Antarctic iceberg is called A23A, is roughly the 3 times the size of New York City, since calving off the West Antarctic Falkner ice sheet in 1986, which has been once hosted by a Soviet research station, has been stranded, but not anymore. It's moving. We can see a graphic here, somewhat difficult to see, but it looks there like a little amoeba. And, another piece, that's it, floating around. Hard to keep track of all these icebergs. In fact, the anxiety is crippling many. From Time magazine, Google searches related to climate anxiety are at a record high, has increased by 4,590% from 2018 to 2030. Apparently they want me to sign this up so half the screen is blocked off. I'm not going to read the rest of that. More importantly, deoxygenation levels similar to today's played a role in marine extinctions 200 million years ago. You know about this already, but again, papers and studies confirm that a new light on the role of ocean deoxygenation, anoxia, played a role in one of the most devastating events in Earth's history. And new research published today in Natural Geoscience suggests that oceanic anoxia played an important role in ecosystem disruption during the Triassic-Jurassic mass extinction. A major extinction occurred around 200 million years ago. And it's similar to today, the global extent of deoxygenation conditions. So we are racing towards a marine crisis, among other things. As if we don't know already, extreme rainfall increases exponentially with global warming. New study. Making the waves on the internet. State-of-the-art models drastically underestimate how much extreme rainfall increases under global warming. More on this in a moment with the recent floods happening in Kenya and around the world. A study Monday publishes the signal the future of more frequent catastrophic floods unless humanity curbs greenhouse gases. Nope, it was just Black Friday and Cyber Monday where people spent $12 billion. So it comes as they meet at fake COP28 in Dubai, which is heavily invested by fossil fuel organizations. You can go watch many videos on this with notes about how the fossil fuel industry is essentially, hijacked it. Our study confirms that the intensity is increasing exponentially. Let me repeat that. Intensity and frequency of heavy rainfall extremes are increasing exponentially with every increment of global warming. All right. Which establishes that warmer air holds more water vapor. Stronger increases in rainfall intensity and frequency found across the tropics and high latitudes like Southeast Asia or Canada. Society needs to be prepared for this. Okay. How bad is the food system? Published earlier this month, missed this for quite a while. Broken food system costs $12.7 trillion each year. Hidden costs of global food systems are equivalent to 10% of global GDP. 73% of all hidden costs accumulated by the FAO were associated with diets that led to obesity or non-communicable diseases like diabetes and heart disease. So we are trashing ourselves and bankrupting ourselves at the same time. Meanwhile, moving on, climate change hits Greek olive crop. Winter isn't coming. Greek organic farmer Zahara Vasilaki looks to admiration at a huge olive tree, her property believed to be over 2 centuries, and still yielding despite a direct lightning hit years ago, but in this case, the absence of deep winter, which proving too much for the gnarled veteran to cope with. The climate has changed and trees cannot cope with these big changes. We no longer have winter at all it was still over 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. She says that climate change is a main challenge in this season, noted Nikos Anaxios. It should be 10 degrees Celsius, but this year is already lost. We fear the next year will be similar. At 62, he doesn't recall any adverse conditions such as his area has endured this year or such a poor crop ever before. We have never had a year such as this. The rainfall is intense and brief, opposite what is needed to enrich the soil. Across the pond, over 1 million chickens slaughtered in Ohio egg farm. I live in Ohio, if you haven't been paying attention. And as bird flu continues to take a toll in the industry, so we have this going on, outbreak in early 2022. Been much less severe this year, as fewer cases of virus are found among wild birds that spread it. But there still have been 8.1 million birds killed this year to help control the spread of the disease. And 940,000 chickens at one Minnesota egg farm. Yep, egg farms tend to be much larger than turkey or chicken farms because sometimes with millions of birds, that's a big part of why Iowa has been hit the hardest with this outbreak. There's also been a sizable bird flu. Yeah, and confirmed in Minnesota, Maryland, South Dakota, Wisconsin, Georgia, and California. All just made up states. We just drew lines and called them places, okay? Let's round up some climate news and wrap this up, since my last climate update only got 30 upvotes. If you don't mind taking a moment at this point in the video and hitting upvote, it means a lot. And to let me know that, like, I'm actually, doing something, that's like, does it sound okay? And I look okay? And visit the PayPal donation link below. It means a lot. I ask for donations because I'm doing this, but I am also doing it for my own peace of mind. Record-breaking 116 degrees in Arugabis Falls, South Africa. Highest temperature ever recorded in November in Africa. Battle huge squadron of South Africa's deadliest snakes in South Africa. Kenya flooding. Death toll rises to 76. Here's that extreme rains coming. Ravaged by floods in Somalia district. Rains in United Arab Emirates. Iraq is in a drought, using more water. Endless record heat in Central Asia. Okay. And the Caspian, wildfires in Iran. Pakistan, look at this ice, this glacier, the Chatty Boy Glacier. It was there, and now it's gone. Record and heat in India, and fire starts season early in Australia, warmest winter on record. All my mates down under. Vampire bats may soon take up residence in the United States and bring with them an ancient pathogen. That would be disastrous. On top of everything else. North Atlantic sea surface anomalies viral around the world in June. Some thought it would cool down, but it hasn't. It's been 0.5 degrees Celsius above on the previous record. I mean, this is exponential, guys. And it's freezing down here. It's going to get warm again, but OPEC says oil industry unjustly vilified ahead of COP28. Yeah, right. Right? And Saudi Arabia's grand plan to hook poor countries on oil. Surprise. They want to drive up use of fossil fuel powered cars in Africa and elsewhere. Because we are the enemy. Because we must reap the planet of profits in every single way before it goes out with a bang and a whimper. Yeah. I was talking to a young man at fast food restaurant the other morning. Don't look up. And he had a Browns jacket on, and I told him there won't be any sports games in about 10 years. And I expected better of us, especially sports fanatics. If all the money, time, and energy we could have spent on sports ball, maybe actually curbing the problem or voicing up about our future, I expected better of us. I really did. And after I told him this, he said, "What's going to happen? The world's going to blow up." yeah, so I'll leave you with that. That's where we're at, November 28th. Wanted to check in before I get my day going, and it's freezing. And hit like and subscribe. Again, appreciate you folks. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.